Welcome to our WPSL Christmas Kids St. Lucie County Schools Show. And the star of the show today happens to be Dr. John. Hello.
It's great seeing you. I love this time of the year because I get to welcome you into our building and have this conversation. So I'm really excited to be here today.
I think the one thing that we have noticed really throughout your career is wherever you go, it grows. and I think especially now, we're looking at incredible growth in the school district.
Well, it's an exciting time and it's a challenging time, but it's a great time to be in St. Lucie County, especially if you're an educator. We're growing by about 1,500 students a year, which is very fast, and we have to keep up with that growth, and that's why we're building schools right now.
I would say so. The new high school looks great out in Tradition. But that's not going to be it. You're not stopping there.
No, we're not. We have a new K-8 that's going to be west on Gatlin on Tradition Boulevard, and that's we groundbreak next month for that school. And Legacy High in Tradition is going to open in August of 2025, and it's really going to offload 3 of our high schools, Centennial, Treasure Coast, and Fort Pierce Central. So we're really excited to get those students into the school in August of 2025.
Of course, our studios are located in Fort Pierce, just south of Westwood High School, and you talk about the growth there. It's phenomenal.
Well, it's transforming that area in the North County as well. They've got about 10,000 homes that are going to be built there in the next 5 years, and we are actually in the middle of, as you know, rebuilding Westwood, and that school is going to open a year from this month. We'll be transitioning students from the old campus to the new campus in January 2026 to open Westwood. So we're very excited about the growth. We're excited about what we're going to be doing for students moving forward.
I know Dr. Jerry Parrish, the economist, through his Florida scorecard, has thrown out some amazing numbers of population growth here. I'm not quite sure we're going to hit 790,000 in Port St. Lucie, which is what he's saying in 20 years. But it's still going to be substantial.
Well, we're seeing kind of a northern push from Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach counties. As you know, Greg, nothing's really affordable, but St. Lucie County is more affordable than some of those areas. So many of our students are, some of them have been displaced from the West Coast because they've just been crushed by the hurricanes. But also we're seeing families move northern into St. Lucie County for the affordability and really the lifestyle that we offer here.
Let's talk about the teachers, the administrators. This has got to be the best of living and working in all of South Florida.
Well, I think, we've really turned a corner with the quality of our schools. Currently in St. Lucie County, we have no D or F schools. Vast majority are A or B rated. And families look at that. You look at whenever you're going to move somewhere, you're going to look at, okay, where am I going to live and where are my kids going to go to school? And we have a great lifestyle to offer with a high quality public education. So we're really excited about the trend and the direction of the district. And that's really because of the outstanding people we have in our school centers.
And I know just selfishly through the Christmas Kids, we deal directly with your schools all involved in the arts. And we just had Lincoln Park in this morning. And, it's amazing how the music programs are so important.
Well, you know what? We want to create well-rounded citizens in St. Lucie Public Schools. We want kids to be able to graduate high school and either enter the world of work or they're going to go to college. And we also want them to go to college locally. But not only that, we want them to have an opportunity to be involved in the school, whether that's with chorus, with band, with music, with a club. The more kids feel like they're part of something, the more successful they are. And we're just so excited that we have these wonderful programs here in St. Lucie County Public Schools that really kids can connect with and be successful at.
And you think that really music is math?
Yes, it is. In fact, I'll do a shout out. My son was actually the drum major at Treasure Coast High School, and he graduated in 2021 and got a music scholarship to attend the University of Florida.
Nice.
So Music really resonates in my family, in the fine arts, but every child has a gift and a talent, and we want to make sure that we have options for children, whether it's the fine arts, whether it's an athletic, whether it's a debate competition, whether it's acting. There's so many different things that kids can be part of that make them feel like they're part of something bigger that they can be happy with in schools.
I know that judging the young Floridians, as I've done over 25 years.
Thank you for that, by the way.
And I have the jocks. So, but you look at the athletes that we've been getting, say, over the last 5 years, and the GPAs
Yeah.
are 4 or better on our athletes. And I'm thinking, wow, this is working.
Well, in the state of Florida, it is hard to graduate. You have to take a math test, you have to take a reading test, you have to have a 2.0 GPA, and our students are passing those exams, and we have one of the highest graduation rates in the state. In fact, for 7 consecutive years, we're only 3 counties in the state of Florida out of 67 that can say we have 7 consecutive years of a graduation rate exceeding 90%.
Wow, that's incredible. That really is. And the other thing too, I think in tandem with IRSC, dual enrollment.
Absolutely. We have so many opportunities for our students to take college classes in high school. We've got dual enrollment, we've got Cambridge courses, we've got AP, IB, you name it, a student is going to have and be afforded an opportunity to get even their AA degree in high school. And now we're expanding those opportunities in middle school, Greg, so that students can take high school classes while they're enrolled in middle school. So we've really amped up opportunities for kids, because why should we put a ceiling on what a child can do? If they're moving and progressing faster than other students, we need to individualize their education so that they can take courses that meet their talents. And that's what we're really trying to offer here in St. Lucie County.
It's phenomenal. A lot of us move here just because it's an amazing lifestyle. You're now saying you're a destination district. I think that's really cool.
Well, I think we are a destination district, right? I mean, we have, look at the lifestyle. We've got the beaches. We've got, it's still got a small town feel. But why I say it's a destination district is because, 15 years ago, people, lived in St. Lucie County, and we had teachers that taught in Palm Beach County. Their kids went to the private schools. Now, we really have high-quality schools. And not only that, we're attracting those teachers that used to drive south. We're offering competitive salaries here. Save your gas money. You can teach right here, and your kids can go to school with you right here in St. Lucie County. And we're pulling families into our community because it's a great place to live. And we have great schools, and we've got great opportunities for students. And we have great opportunities for employees that want to work for us. We're the largest employer in the district. Of over 5,000 employees.
Wow.
We've got some of the highest paid bus drivers in the state. We pay our teachers good salaries. Our administrators can make a living. It's a great place to be here in St. Lucie Public Schools.
Oh, no doubt. And I just think your graduation numbers are just spectacular.
Well, I think one of the things we've really tried to do is partner with the business community. We've really worked with the business community to engage in what is called a skills gap analysis. And that is really looking at, okay, what does a student need to get a job with you in our community? What skills do they need to have? And whenever we looked at that, we're offering those programs in our schools where kids can leave high school and get a high-paying job right here in our community. I don't want to graduate kids that go to Brevard to get a job. I want to graduate kids that are going to stay right here and work and thrive in our local community, because that's what our public schools are all about.
That is absolutely phenomenal. Dr. John Prince, you've been a success at every place you've been, but I think even more so here.
Well, I can tell you this, nobody's successful without the people that you surround yourself with, and I am blessed, especially at Christmas time. I look at the blessings that I have as I have 4 children and a wife that's a teacher, but I'm blessed to have a very supportive school board. We just have a very cohesive group of board members that work collaboratively with the superintendent, and then the people that work with me, I'm just very, very lucky. And I could tell you right now, we would never be successful without all of the folks, from the food service folks to the bus drivers to the clerks to the teachers, all the folks that make it happen. There's so many things that go on behind the scenes that make a successful experience for a child, and we all work together to make sure that happens.
Well, it is holiday season, Christmas season. Let's listen to the folks from CAST under the direction of Wallace Roming.
Snowflakes falling all over town, slipping, sliding, everybody rushing round. There's an icy chill in the air, telling us that winter's really here. Oh, I'm so glad that winter is here. Grab your sled and let out a happy cheer, because it's snowing, blowing all through the day. Winter will surely blow your cares away. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on boxwoods ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to laugh and sing and sleigh and song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride a one-horse open sleigh. Splashing through the snow in one-horse open sleigh, with the fields resounding, laughing all the way. There's a lot of noisy, making spirits bright. What fun it is to laugh and sing, there's something new. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. On one sleigh and one happy chase, snowing and snowing all the way. On time lights were shining while with open sleigh.
Welcome back to our WPSL Christmas Kids St. Lucie County WLX special. And Debbie Hawley is with us. And Debbie has been a board member for a couple semesters.
A couple, yes, indeed.
So tell us what, as you really go into 2025, what are you thinking about for the coming year?
Well, a couple of things really are kind of leading me forward right now. One of them, and we started a couple of years ago, I formed a youth advisory council, which is made
nice.
up of a junior and a senior from each of our high schools. And we get together monthly, and really it's an opportunity for them to share their voice in a safe place. And as a result, we've come about some really fabulous things that we adults had not thought about.
Okay.
But you know, we're putting them into work and giving them all the credit. So that's really been important. Statewide, even, I was at the conference last week for school board members, and they had a panel there of just students, juniors and seniors from various areas. And really, their concerns are universal, some more specific to Florida, but all of them are really wanting to be able to share their voice. They want people to hear them, you know, to use our ears instead of our mouth when we're with students so much. And one of the things that they're really talking about is we have so many opportunities that we afford them. As Dr. Prince was mentioning with the different, you know, we have ACE and IB and dual enrollment
Sure.
and all of those things. So we're giving them a lot of opportunities, and they're grateful for them. Also leaning towards sometimes what I thought I wanted really isn't what I want. So,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, so do I have an opportunity to perhaps go down another road? So as we're starting earlier and earlier with them, that's becoming a possibility. And it's creating a rejuvenation in them that they're seeing, okay, you know, I thought I knew, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. and this is my opportunity before I commit to a college or commit to the armed services or whatever their goal is at the time. And there's a path waiting for them to go down the new area if that's what they're interested in. So
It's funny, I deal with that all the time, talking with the athletes at IRSC.
Right.
And they're saying, well, I'm going to be switching in majors next semester.
Yeah, exactly.
And it happens, sure,
it
you bet.
does. You get to the collegiate world too, as freshmen especially, you know,
Yeah.
you go in thinking this is my life, what I'm going to do, and by Christmas holiday they're saying, no, this isn't what I wanted to
Yeah,
do. So
no.
I really believe by giving the students more opportunities younger, while they're still in middle and high school, it will help direct their path a little bit more too. Plus the exposure that they're getting to all different kinds of things, you know, it's just invaluable to them as they grow older.
Turning the clock back a few years, we were at school in Fort Pierce, and there was this Microsoft bunch that showed up. And, you know, I started looking at these programs, and they had this trailer, and they were bringing these elementary school kids in. And you walk through that trailer, these kids knew how to operate
They absolutely.
all of this stuff, and I'm thinking,
Absolutely.
oh
they
my
do.
goodness, yeah.
The virtual world that they live in and the drones and all, we have drone programs for our kids too, you know, that
Really?
tie in with the county and help with geoplating and things like that. So
Wow.
it's hands-on. I mean, it's not what we had when we were in school for sure.
No,
But
definitely for me,
definitely
yeah.
keeping up with it and you can actually, you know, get a degree in gaming now. There's just the opportunities are just limitless for the children and I.
Well, and you know, I think thinking of the folks at Westwood and the programs that they have with Harbor Branch.
Right.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that opens up vistas to these
It
kids.
does, it does. And don't forget FFA at Westwood.
Yes.
Phenomenal program of FFA students there at Westwood. So I'm really, really proud of that program. And with the rebuild at Westwood, of course, they're getting a new barn and new everything for all of their vet science and that type thing. So it's going to be fabulous. It really, really is.
Well, in preparing them to be veterinarians, I think is so important.
Yeah, that really is.
Just like human doctors, we need them.
It's exactly right. Exactly right. My granddaughter, who's only 9, has already decided she's going to be a veterinarian. So,
Really?
Yes, she has. So
Okay.
She loves animals, but you know, those are the opportunities now that she'll have at a much younger age to make those decisions and to see what it's really like.
That's amazing.
yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah, we want those opportunities for all 50,000 plus of our students here in St. Lucie Public Schools.
The program that you specifically were talking about, do you intend on taking that nationally?
The Youth Advisory Council.
You bet.
It has caught on. It really has.
Okay.
And in fact, I've taken a couple of our students to talk to other districts about starting their own Youth Advisory Council. So I think it's going to take wings and go. I really do.
It's an amazing idea.
It is. It is. We have a sponsor from each school that comes with the students, but it's student-led, student-driven, student voice. There's no opportunity for us to say, oh no, you can't do that, because they can do that. They have the plan and the intentionality, and they can do what they put their minds to. So it's given them a venue where they, you know, they've said multiple times, you guys, you really are listening. You're hearing us. And there's nothing more rewarding, because that's why we get up and do what we do every day, is for the students, you know.
Sure.
Of course, we care about all of our staff, our teachers, our admin and all, but all of us are here for the students.
I think back and look at the various GPAs of some of the kids that we deal with at the Young Floridians. It is totally mind-boggling.
Isn't it, though?
And how much, what I think is very interesting is how much time these students here volunteer
Oh,
in various
phenomenal
charities
hours,
in the
phenomenal,
community.
Right. brings up another subject that we have going right now in changing of start times that the legislative body. And, you know,
Been watching the television
yeah,
reports
yeah,
down
The
south.
repercussions of it are going to be much greater than anybody's anticipated. But our students in our Youth Advisory Council are taking that on to talk about how it really hurts them, because so many of them are involved in after-school athletics,
Sure.
have jobs, have obligations at home. You know, the ripple effect is going to really be something if we have to. So we're hopeful, and we're lobbying in Tallahassee to try to get it to be more of a local control issue, so that local areas can make up their own decisions and all. But I can't fathom schools going that long, high schoolers especially, and if they participate in games and stuff during the week,
Sure.
you know, they're not back home till 12 or 1 in the morning, and then they got to get up in a few hours and do it all again. So, not that it's impossible, but it's not necessary, you know. We
Yeah.
need to work through it better.
Carol and I have talked about that and watching some of the stories. What do you do as a parent if you have one in elementary, one in middle, and one in high school?
Exactly.
That would be crazy.
And you're
for a
seeing
parent.
more of our model going to the K-8 schools too,
Yeah.
which is the trend nationwide. But it does alleviate some of that, youngsters being home so much earlier than their older siblings get there, or their parents get off work. So that model has worked well for families.
And as Dr. Prince mentioned, you'll have a new K-8 in tradition.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Yes.
Breaking ground quickly.
I was looking at some numbers, and they're projecting by 2053 that we'll have over 80,000 students in St. Lucie County. And I will admit, I can't even get my head around that. I can't. You know,
What was it when you started?
35,000.
Oh, gosh.
When
Yeah.
I came on the board, it was 35,000 students. Yeah.
Wow.
Which was triple what it was when I was in high school myself, you know. I mean, the growth has just been phenomenal, but it is a great place to be.
Yep. Debbie, thanks a million for being with us.
My
And now
pleasure.
let's go back to CAST
Okay.
under the direction of Wallace Rami.
The toy shop door is locked up tight and everything is quiet for the night when suddenly the clock strikes 12. The fun's begun. The dolls are in their best array. There's going to be a wonderful parade. Hark to the drum. Rum-pa-pa-pa-pum. Oh, here they come, cries everyone. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hear them all cheering, now they are nearing. There's a captain stiff as starch, bayonets flashing, music is crashing as the wooden soldiers march. Up, 2, 3, 4. Sabers are clinking, drums are clinking at each fancy little maid. Here they come, here they come, here they come, here they come. Wooden soldiers on parade. La 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 la. La 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 la. Daylight is creeping, dollies are sleeping in the toy shop window fast. Soldiers so jolly, think of each dolly, dreaming of the night that's past. When in the morning, without a warning, toyman pulls the window shade. Shh, shh, shh. There's a sign the Wood Brigade was ever at a parade.
Welcome back to our WPSL Christmas Kids special at WLX TV. And with us now is our young Floridian's den mother, Teresa Aronson. And Teresa, I have to apologize for Mr. May and myself as being probably the most difficult judges you've ever had of the young Floridians.
Typically, you're the easiest judges I've ever had. I know what you're going to do, you know what you're going to do, and you know how to do it. So usually, okay, Bill and Greg are going to do athletics. You've picked your third judge, and you enjoyed him. And I have to do very little with athletics. However, you both missed last year.
No, we were here last year.
It was the year before.
It was 2 years ago.
Yeah. It was
Yeah,
2 years
because that
before.
was during a time when I was with IRSC's basketball team.
Yep.
And we were in the state tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, so you couldn't make it, which was devastating because I don't think, was that the first time you would have ever missed?
First time in the 30 years that we've been here. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that is something that is amazing to me, and it gets back to what Supervisor John was talking about, was the fact that the quality of education that these kids are getting at these schools is mind-boggling.
You know, 17 years, actually I think 20 years is my history with Young Floridian because I did it before I went to the chamber. That's how I got involved with Young Floridian. When I worked at Scripps, I was a judge. Now I can't be a judge, but I was back then. And I have seen Ivy League, you know, bound kids. I've seen kids come through with patents. I've seen kids so smart I could barely keep up with, you know, a conversation. And it has been mind-boggling and overwhelming and just inspiring, you know, what we've seen come through that program.
And what amazes me is, and keep in mind, I deal with the athletics, is this year, no one in that category was under a 4 GPA.
They very rarely are anymore, right?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how they can be such good athletes and then volunteer 200, 400, 300 hours outside of their sports.
Yeah, because it's a community service award is what we really are looking for, is how do you use your special skills and talents to serve your community is what the Young Floridian is all about. So we're looking for community service hours, and so they really rack them up.
Oh, they do.
And so yeah, they've got the weighted GPA, sometimes is 4.6, you know, and then they've got their treasures and talents, athletics for you, maybe it's math or science or language arts, and then they've got community service, and it is mind-boggling. I remember when I first got involved with Young Floridian when my daughter was young, and I worked at Scripps before I went to the chamber, and I was judging, and I thought, my goodness, is my daughter ever going to be able to measure up
I'll bet, yeah.
to this kind of, you know, academics and you know, quality of service? Luckily she did, and luckily we're very proud of her, but it's pretty impressive.
Tell us about your move here. A pretty big move, I would think, for you. Tell us about the experience.
You mean my move to the community or to the
No, your move here to the school board.
to the school board? Well, you know, this is in addition to my.
Oh, I know,
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
You still have your day job.
I still have my day job. I'm still, you know, the den mother of Young Floridian and Leadership St. Lucie and all things chamber related, which is my day job that I love and I've been a part of for 17 years. And, you know, I've always had this connection to this community. I realize now that I have been in St. Lucie County longer than I was in the community that I call home, that I grew up in. You know, you go to school in kindergarten, you graduate, and then you go off to college, and then I realized I've been here longer than I was there. And my connection here is overwhelming. And this is the community that gave me everything, everything. My husband, my daughter, you know, all from here. And then being a part of the chamber, really, for the first time, I realized what giving back was about and being involved and learning about making a difference and being a part of the process. And I did not know about that before I came here. I moved around, I went to college, I lived in Indiana, I lived a little here, lived a little there. And then getting involved in the chamber, I realized you can make a difference. You can be a part of the decision-making process.
You bet.
You can influence the decisions that are being made. And this opportunity came up to run for school board. And I tell the story often about how I got my daughter in 3rd grade. She wasn't reading quite on level, and we struggled to get her on level. And I remember that had we not worked so hard to get her there, that I was afraid that she would not have had the successes that she has had. And today I call her Dr. Boog, which, you know, I'm not sure that she would appreciate, but she is Dr. Aronson. And I'm not sure that would have happened if we hadn't gotten so involved. And I want that for everybody's child. And I want the opportunity to make decisions to make that easier for everybody's child. So when this opportunity came up, I felt I had to do it. And when Jack Kelly came to me, I said, I don't live in your district. And it turns out there's about 5 or 6 houses on my road that are in his district. So
Nice.
It felt like fate.
Yeah.
And
Jack said to say hi. I just left him a little while ago.
you did,
so,
yes.
Yeah.
Jack is also a man with a heart for service, right? How many years
Yes.
has he given to his community? So,
Yeah.
you know, so I had to do it, and I'm thankful that I've gotten the opportunity, and people have put their faith in me.
It's funny you say about your impressions of the Treasure Coast and in your feelings of the Treasure Coast. I know some of our friends that are either our San Diego or LA television station, when are you coming out here to retire? And I said, guys, we've lived here 31 years. We're home. We're not leaving.
Yeah, I think that Newark, Ohio is home, right? Because that's where I grew up. But the reality is this is home.
Yeah.
This is home.
Yeah.
I don't know where else home could possibly be for me at this point. There's no chance, right? And I have a friend in San Diego. She's going to build us one of those ADUs in San Diego, but this will always be home. We're not going anywhere from here.
Well, have her build it on Coronado Island then.
Well, we wish we could afford Coronado Island, but I don't think so.
Oh, it's amazing. But hey, glad you are here at the school district. They are
Thank you.
very lucky to have you.
Thank you, Craig.
And you have a very, very good holiday season.
Thank you. You as well. My best to Carol.
All right. And let's go back to cast under the direction of Wallace Roming.
City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile. And on every street corner you hear silver bells, silver bells, silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, ring-a-ling, hear them ring, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Strings of street lights, even stoplights, blink a bright red and green as the shoppers rush home with their treasures. Hear the snow crunch, see the kids bunch. This is Santa's big scene, and above all this bustle you hear silver bells, silver bells, silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, ring-a-ling, hear them ring, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day.
Merry Christmas, everyone. It's a wonderful, wonderful time of the season. And St. Lucie County Public Schools we've accomplished so much this year that it is truly a great Christmas for St. Lucie County Public Schools. We have received top 10 status in the top 10 schools in middle school acceleration, in career and technical education, and also top 10 in the state for highest graduation rate. We are one of 3 schools that have had 8 consecutive years of a graduation rate of 90%. We have no D's or no F schools here in St. Lucie County, and just a few points away from an A district with a high B average. So this has been a wonderful, wonderful year for St. Lucie County Public Schools, and now we wrap it all up with a wonderful Christmas holiday. I wish everyone out there a wonderful holiday, Christmas season. You stay safe and enjoy your year.
The WPSL Christmas Kids. Wow. The Christmas Kids go all the way back to 1946. There was a young girl who had leukemia, and a call went out by the only radio station on the Treasure Coast. That was WIRA. And there were toys galore, and they delivered them to the house, and she made it a few days after Christmas and passed. The following year, the Christmas Kids came back. There was a terrible fire in Fort Pierce. Unfortunately, it was that young lady's house, and her relatives were burned out of their house. So the Christmas Kids jumped back, and WIRA really helped out, get the word out, and they got not only toys, but clothing. Then from there it grew. The Fort Pierce Fire District, and then through the 50s, even more involvement with county community services. And really, Carol and I, when we moved here from Los Angeles, read about the Christmas Kids possibly going away because the radio station was changing formats. A little crazy, but that's what it was. So we did get involved. Pauline Clutter had been president for about 25 years at that point. And she said, what I really want to do is have a summer swim and safety program for toddlers and infants. So we did that. That was really easy. And then we partnered up with Annie Crumbo to put together a golf tournament for the Christmas Kids for the summer swim programs. Then it kind of grew from there. A few years back, St. Lucie County came to us and said, toys are good, but we've got another problem, and that's homeless students in St. Lucie County schools. Can you help with back-to-school clothing? You know, a lot of groups do the backpacks, you know, with school supplies. This was different. This was back-to-school clothing. So that has grown incredibly over the last few years, courtesy of the folks here at St. Lucie County Schools. And we just found out last night that the New York Mets signed a grant for the Christmas Kids for $6,000 for the homeless students of St. Lucie County. So once again, in January, we'll be ready to help those students. So the Christmas Kids are far more than just Christmas, but we hope to make it Christmas all year long in St. Lucie County. For everyone here at WLX, for my wife Carol Wyatt, I'm Greg Wyatt.